Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to, I don't know, I believe I can't curse in the first 15 seconds. So, I think it was yesterday, that I made these claws. So I made these cool looking claws. That's definitely one of those. God damn it. That's pissing me off. These are so tight. That's what she said. That goes here. How? Wait, that goes on this finger. That goes... Nope, it's not going on that finger, I believe. These these things are custom made for my fingers. If you're wondering what they're made, they are made out of pure hot glue. And then the claw itself is made out of plastic. You're wondering how I custom made these because they're out of hot glue? It's because I purposely went and I glued them onto my fingers. So, here's a better look at them. There are 6. Okay. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to see which finger each one goes onto. Yeah, these are pretty fucking difficult to fully put on. How? You could make these yourself, you know, if you want to be risky and put your hand inside hot glue. So this is how you use them. Depending on what you use to make the actual claw itself, it will either be a very dangerous and it will be very dangerous, very strong, depending on what you make it out of. And these are prototypes. And because they're prototypes, I use the weak plastic. And don't use weak plastic unless it's like a prototype. The strongest claw is this middle one. And yeah, I'm seeing videos of people like showing off expensive claws, but this is the only claw that's actually broke. Anyways, I'm seeing videos of people with like very, very fucking expensive claws, right? This probably would only cost a couple dollars. Because hot glue is not that expensive. You don't even need a hot glue gun to shape it. And if you're wondering how I shaped it, I used a ring. So, if you see the look on these ones, they look like rings. Right? Because that's what they are. And I basically just covered hot glue like through a ring. Then, after that, I basically, for this part, like this, hold on, this part right here, like the part that goes back to hold the claw, that part I actually glued to my hand to make it like shape properly. And these things can actually regenerate if they take damage. You're probably wondering, how can they regenerate, right? That's because with enough heat, they melt back down into the glue form that's very sticky. And then you can just put them back together or reshape it. And these are not hard to make. They take a while, but they're not hard to make. Before I used these rings would be on the back of it. So it'd be like having more room. But I decided like after one broke, I decided it would be a better idea to not like have that, because yeah, it's way more comfortable this way. And like to use these claws, like they're not that dangerous if you know how to use them. You hold them like this, and so then it's way more easy here to do this. Now I would like to say that if you do plan to make these, make sure, really make sure that you know how to handle sharp objects on your hand. Because let's say if you like normally like do this, if you're leaning on something, or like this, see how these dig into my head? Yeah, you have to be very fucking careful. Also, if you're giving someone a handshake, like also when you're giving someone a handshake, there's a chance that these pierce in. They are very good for self-defense. And they're different than the actual nails. And I put them in pairs of 3, not because of like, I mean, I put them in pairs of 3 for one particular reason. That's because when you get clawed up and scratched by an animal, how many claw marks normally pair? I had to get 1, 2, or 3. Only 3 at most normally. So if you go to scratch someone, they tell on you. Like let's say you're a kid, you got these, right? You're a teenager, you got these. You get into a fight, right? You scratch them, right? They start to bleed. Now you're fucked, right? Because obviously you'll be like, oh, there's 4, right? Maybe 5. I'm fucked because it perfectly matches how many fingers I got. But you don't have 4, you don't have 5. You have 3, the exact amount that a coyote, a fox, a cat, or a dog would have. So now, instead of you being fucked, you can say, I never scratched him. I never made him draw fucking blood. That was the goddamn animal. And obviously, it could be an animal because these are in 3, and animals do scratch. Also, these would be considered illegal weapons, so yeah, do be careful with that. And obviously, when you are telling the fucking lie of if someone's trying to sue you or like get you in big fucking trouble, take these off. That'd be really easy to come off. See? That one felt a bit harder because I had another one in my hand. Like, look. See? Easy this is. Okay, they're literally just rings. But fun fact, with anything like claws or tail, or like if you add like a different thing to your body, right, and it's there long enough, your mind first of all will adapt to it, will learn to use this in everyday life. Well, unless you're a lazy fuck and you just literally lay down all day, like maybe like maybe scrolling on YouTube or something or some shit like that, right? Maybe you're a gamer, like if you're a gamer, someone that wastes his time scrolling on YouTube, there's nothing wrong with that, right? By the way, watch more full-length videos at times, because that way you're not just endlessly scrolling on random shit, and you know what the fuck you want to watch, okay? And so, yeah. And also, don't get into a shit like fucking brain rot or anything like that. You want to have a healthy, good body and mind. And more things with these claws is, if you do look, they are completely white. So you can paint them whatever color you want to match your skin and that. And as I was saying before, your mind will adapt to these, finding how to use them. This actually happened to me when I had this thing that went down my hair when I had longer hair. This thing went from my neck all the way down to, I think, about my leg or my waist. It was very, very long. And I had it for like over a couple months. I had it all the way from the new year last year, so a year ago, from from about today, all the way up to June, so about 6 months, I've had this thing. About a couple months in, like, I was hiding it for the first couple of months, because obviously humans like to judge like fucking crazy, and so I was hiding it for a couple of months. Then eventually I stopped hiding it, but I still held on to it so it wouldn't hit people, because obviously it's just dangling from my fucking head. So then eventually I just let it like freely move. I never like grabbed onto it to try to hide it or like so it wouldn't hit people, because I knew that it wouldn't hit people anymore, and I did trust it more now. So, and eventually, like, because I could take it off whenever, like, I would not take it off unless I was using the bathroom, taking showers, or like, I do believe, yeah, that's about it. Like, only 3. And so, because I, like, basically never took it the fuck off, like, my mind and my body got attached to it, starting to think and feel that it's a part of my body. And because of that, because of how that was, I, like, when I finally wanted to take it off, like, it took so fucking long to actually keep it off for a long amount of time, because of how attached I felt to it, because I thought it was a part of my body. You can, like, this exact same thing can happen for claws, the exact same thing can happen for a tail. So be careful of what you wear, and how often you wear it. Let's say you wear these for, like, 5 hours of the day, okay, and you're only awake for, like, let's say 12, okay? Your body won't get physically attached to this, right? Now let's say you never take these off, right? You only take them out to, like, let's say you wash your hands, you use the bathroom, right? And to maybe eat. And then you're going to get really attached to these. Now the thing is, was this giant thing that I had attached to me, I'm just going to call it a braid, okay? That's what I'm going to call this thing, a braid. The thing that I had attached to my head. I'm actually going to go see if I can find it. Okay, I'm back. I could not find it, like, at all. Like, at all. But it was a very, very long. So, like, it would be about longer than this. Like, yeah, you wouldn't be able to see it on screen. It's about half my size, because it never went down to my legs. And I think it was black. And Yeah, I adapted to using it pretty quickly. The faster you adapt to something, like adapt to the uncomfort, adapt to like how like to sleep in it, adapt to like everything with it, like the more you adapt to it, the higher chance of you feeling that it's a part of your body. And that's like probably the most scary thing about about all of this, because you could literally like attach a horn to your body. You could literally attach wings, right? If you don't take them off, or they barely ever come off, until you can feel that they are actually a part of your body. Exact same thing with this. And when that happens, you actually, like, let's say you have these on for so many months, right? You never take them off, right? A teacher finally notices them, and they think that they are dangerous weapons. They say, like, give them to me, right? And you can just say, you can't take these because they are a part of my body. Because it would be literally like taking your fingernails. And you just can't take these. Because your body has adapted to them and don't know what to do if you don't have them. Like, because you feel that this is a part of your body. And I'm actually creating a new type of, like, I'm actually in this real world, not in a video game, not in, like, a story. I'm going to try to create a new physical world, like, race. Just to see how humans react to it. Yeah. So if you want to become, like, a part of this species, right? Subscribe to the channel, and I will show you how to actually make every single part of these and everything. So yeah, won't that be fun? So if you don't like being human, or like you ever thought of being something different, literally just subscribe to this channel, and after a while I will like tell you like how to make these things with this new species that I'm making, right? Now a lot of you that are like probably over 30, maybe 40, are like, what the fuck is this kid thinking about? And you're probably wondering, like, why the fuck are you doing this? One, I want to see how racist humans can be. Two, I think that there should be another dominant species. Three, I think it would be fun to see if they would build a whole new school for this race, because they have claws and other things I'm going to make for them. And four, once you see how far humans have developed. Because if you really think about it, there are multiple different species already, right? We have dwarves, giants, we have things with diseases that literally mimic vampire things. I don't know what the main name of it, but it's basically a problem in your blood where it makes you have pale white skin. Okay, it makes you, I don't know what else. It makes you have pale white skin, and like, you constantly need something, and like, you also can't go in the sunlight. And you also have something like albino, which can make you have red eyes. That's not very common. Can make, oh yeah, what's the other disease that makes you have red eyes? It's this thing, like, you can have red eyes, you have pale white skin, and like, the sunlight can easily give you cancer. And like, there are other things like dwarves, giants, vampires are real, but like, you know, they're already dead. I want another living species. Technically, I see vampires, like real vampires. I see real world vampires as, you know, just the undead, evolved version of humans. So, yeah. And if you're wondering, this new species, like, I'll give you a look, but this new species will have, like, markings all over the bodies, kind of like that. And if you do become one of the, like, this new species I'm planning to create, you get weapons that can't be taken away. Right? Like, just think about how useful this can be. You're wondering why I'm flipping the screen up to the ceiling? It's because I am sick, and, like, I'm constantly picking at my fucking face. I'm sick. And if you do become part of this, like, new species, like, let me know, right? And if you want to be my friend, here's a video where you can get my phone number. And if you're wondering, I will eventually take down that video, okay? So that's only going to be up for, like, a limited time. So just, you know, keep that in mind. So some other things with this race, I'm probably going to, like, put a, like, maybe a tail on, you know, like, not, like, two different things. Some other very, very, very nice things with these claws, so they act as, like, knives, depending on what you make them out of. So depending on what you make them out of, you never need to pick up a knife ever again, right? Well, unless you're, like, someone that likes to carve, or, like, do combat. But even then, like, combat knives, or, like, these, like, which one do you want to choose? Something where you have 3, something where you only have 1. There are some downsides with this. 1, you make them out of metal, and you go through an airport, you go through a metal detector, these are gonna be, like, fucking crazy. 2, depending on the type of metal, these can actually rust. So choose a metal that doesn't rust, like probably stainless steel. Also, another downside with these, no matter what metal you make them out of, sleeping with your partner, depending on, like, how far you, like, eventually, like, with sleeping, like, with your partner, like, and I mean sleeping, like, actually asleep, not something else, then, like, eventually if you adapt to enough, like, they won't get injured. But if not, like, you're just getting them, like, yeah, it could be very fucking dangerous. I never had to deal with, like, the cons of getting claws, because I'm used to things like this, I'm very used to them. I knew that so many people will get consequences and flaws with this, because, you know, do these actually look safe? If you see, this one actually has the claw broken. If you look at a normal one, right, and then you look at this one, the claw on it is broken. Yeah. So let me know and put a comment down below if you were to like to become part of this brand new species I'm creating. And no hate comments, okay? If you post a hate comment, I will make a video just about roasting and making fun of you. Okay? No hate comments. Got it? And also, words do not affect me in a negative way. So you're wasting your time posting hate comments, okay? Do you understand? No hate comments. Oh, and no cursing either. Do not want to hear any cursing in the comments. Okay? My name is Phoenix, and this is the end of the fucking video. Goodbye.